Guys, we're going to start.
Good evening from Dakar. It's a packed house here in the Maracindine Stadium. Senegal taking on Mozambique in the final stages of Group D here in FIBA AfroBasket 2017. 2 spots still up for grabs. We've seen already Egypt try to punch their ticket. They're almost through. They're not quite. Morocco have also won today. They were already through. As Mozambique get introduced to the crowd, they still could mathematically qualify. A win of 22 points or more will see Mozambique through at the expense of Egypt. A win of 44 points or more will see Mozambique and Egypt through at the expense of Senegal. We're not expecting that to happen, but mathematically it can happen, so we have to give you that one right at the top of the show. But it's Daniel Routledge with Ryan Greco. Ryan, from what we've seen over the 2 days, we're expecting Senegal to come out and put on a show here. That's what they have done in their 2 previous group games.
Yes, they have, and though you cannot count out the Mozambique, because to be perfectly honest on what we're seeing right now, this almost looks like a matchup between big brother and little brother.
Yeah.
The 2 styles are so similar in the way that they play. The only thing is that consistently Mozambique is just giving up height and weight in almost every category of position. And but regardless, as you can hear the crowd going crazy for the introductions of the Senegalese team, Mozambique, they're going to be in tough on this one, but you can't count them out, as I said at the top of the broadcast, because these guys love to run just like the Senegalese. And if possibly, somehow, Senegal maybe not able to finish a couple of quick layups or a couple of big baskets from the corner, and Mozambique stays stubborn, works as a team, communicates, and runs the floor like madmen in this one, they might actually pull off the improbable.
Well, you'll have noticed as the lineup being introduced to the crowd here in Dakar that Maurice Ndor is not in his playing kit. He's injured and won't play today. I think it's just a precaution, just resting him with next week in mind, assuming they don't lose by 44 points, of course. But they will, in all likelihood, be heading to Tunis and punching their ticket and presumably Egypt's ticket as well over the next 2 hours. But Mozambique will give everything they have as the crowd here, it's ram-packed. You can't get any more people in here than there are. Stand to their feet, and the anthem of Mozambique will be played first, I believe. And now for the national anthem of Senegal. Well, a rousing response as ever to the end of the Senegal national anthem. The fans in here have been loud every day. They will be loud again today, and I'm sure some of them will be booking their tickets to Tunis, and they will be loud there as well. Of that I've no doubt. But first of all, they have to go through the small matter of actually confirming their spot, because mathematically it's still, as I said, possible that they aren't officially confirmed. There's our three officials for today, Mr. Banza, Mr. Philippe, and Mr. Picorda. So they will be in charge of the whistles. And, well, we know all about Senegal. We know what they do. We know what they are. They're very good at it. They're certainly one of the favorites for the tournament. I look at the Mozambique, you kind of touched on it. They're so small comparatively, and I know Senegal are a massive team, and most teams are, but even compared to some of the other teams, Mozambique are pretty small. How are they going to cope with the interior and exterior size of Senegal?
Well, let's take a look at the starting center for Mozambique, and that's Hilton Sergio Ubisi. He is the same height as Antoine Mendy, who's a shooting guard on Senegal. So that kind of gives you an idea of the size difference in these teams. There's about, I'd say about 5 or 6 players that they could put out on that Senegalese line that would be bigger than Mozambique's biggest player, and not just bigger by a few centimeters. We're talking about 10, 11 centimeters in height difference. And then you're also, when you talk about height difference, you're also talking about length of arms and the ways that this Senegalese team is incredibly good at locking down the perimeter. But let's talk about Mozambique for a second here then. Mozambique is going to be a team that is going to have to basically play perfectly to win this game. They're going to have to be able to get also a little bit lucky in the sense of hoping that some of the bigs from Senegal, who've been very comfortable shooting from behind the arc, guys like Dieng that we're looking at the starting lineup here, Niang and Doi, all of these guys have shown that they can knock down threes if they're wide open. And really, you're not going to block them out there in the perimeter. You just have to hope that they go cold. On the other end, though, Mozambique, as soon as they get the ball, they're going to have to run with Senegal. They're going to have to make sure that they're getting quick, fast baskets. And like I said, if they play that style of basketball and also on top of it, catch some heat behind the arc. We've seen guys like Janado, Ronaldo Janado to be exact, over in one of the guards for Mozambique. He's been able to pick up some heat off the bench in some of these games, specifically against South Africa. If they can just get a few things going their way in that sense, then yeah, they might just give themselves a chance, because you know what? To Mozambique's credit, and also to hopefully their benefit, we have seen Senegal start off a little bit slow against South Africa in that very first game, and they just have to hope that there's going to be a repeat performance in the first quarter from Senegal.
Well, the sun is shining, and because of the nature of the court, it's right at the angle where it's, or the nature of the building, there are slats around the outside. It is an open sided at the back venue, so that we can see the sun shining on the court, and the sun is shining on Dieng and his Senegal team right now. And well, they came here for 3 games to show what they can do, but in their minds they were planning for the 3 games next week, starting Thursday in Tunis. And as you can tell from the fans waving the fans, it is warm in here, although it's always warm in here, to be fair. And there's Coach Garcia. Does he have it within him to come up with some sort of game plan to slow down this juggernaut of a Senegal team? Dieng walks out on court.
You can see Senegal, they've got every intent of finishing 3-0 in this group stage here with the likes of Dieng on the court, and it just seems like it's the same typical starting lineup, just minus Ndor, for good reason, as you touched on at the beginning of the broadcast.
Well, Fai goes over to shake the hands of the referee, and all coming out, and Ndor over on the far sideline, still going through his pre-game warm-up, slapping fives and hugging and all of that sort of thing. And the Mozambique players sit down. And you wonder what's in their heads. They must know. I mean, the rest of us, everybody's come here expecting Senegal to win. They must know that they're massive underdogs in this game, but they'll feel something inside them that maybe, like you say, you know, weird things happen at times if they can get off to a great start.
Well, look, all they have to do at the beginning here is just stem the tide. I mean, Egypt, the biggest mistake that they made is they fell out of their game plan and they tried to start taking shots they had no business taking in the beginning of the game. They can't do that, but they're way more athletic than Egypt. So they're going to put up a fight.
Ndoye wins the tip, and Niang brings it over the halfway line. Mendy comes across to the low post. It goes to Faye at the three-point line. He runs through. That's deflected away. Shot clock down to 6. Has to go up, really, and it does from Faye, and it's in. Perfect start.
My goodness, and Faye, he probably has one of the best highlights you're going to see in FIBA in the next 5 years, where he dropped an opponent and then ended up dunking on another in the exact same play, and he's getting off to the exact kind of start you would expect from the hometown Senegalese.
Shearer up top. Gets it to Shimonza. Shimonza around the screen, takes the 3. And, well, that's... If Faye at one end got the perfect start, that's the opposite.
It really is, and unfortunately, Mozambique, this is a team that isn't necessarily that skilled at shooting the 3. That's not really the shot you want to start off with. If anything, you want to almost see them start off and running and trying to get a quick basket right back and maybe quiet the crowd a little bit.
Dieng wants it in the low post. It goes cross court. Same spot. This time it's Mendy.
Well done.
Tipped down by Dieng to Niang. Faye turns it down. Dieng does too. Then he steps back and takes it. And a big ooh from the crowd as it doesn't go in.
Well, one thing here really quick, Dan, you see just how high up number 8 for Mozambique there, Makavi, got there. He almost actually blocked it, it seems. Mozambique, once again, they're not showing any intimidation up there.
Oh, ripped away by Mendy. He's off and running. You won't catch him. He flushes it down.
What a steal. And that, once again, I said the analogy right now is big brother versus little brother, and that's what a big brother does, just takes the ball away.
Give me that, it's mine.
Yep.
Shimonza under all sorts of pressure from Niang. He's picked up his dribble. He's in trouble. And, well, Niang was just a little bit too aggressive. Here's the stick. Give me that. I'll have that.
Yep. Sees Tieng feeling very good about himself here. Look at this, all over him. Does get a foul call, but he doesn't care. He's smiling. He's going, I know I got you now.
Well, I don't know. Is it just me, or does it sound a little bit louder today than it has done in the 2 previous days? It's deafening in here.
Well, I think there's a play right there. It's still going to be Senegalese ball. I think given everything that happened yesterday, Dan, this crowd is now more excited in anticipation. They see just how impressive this team can be, and they're excited. They want to see more of that in this one.
Niang throws the alley-oop, but Faye's there to flush it down.
Faye one more time, and Tieng trying to get the crowd hype.
Long stretch. That'll be a goaltend. Somebody in there, I don't know if it was Ndoye or Dieng, going for the block, knocked the ring. And, well, they haven't got the ball through the hoop, but they've got their first 2 points on the board, and that's one way of getting it through the hoop.
That's the problem. Everyone watching the ball, no one watching their man. Can't give Senegal that space. Doesn't matter who it is. It could be Faye, Dieng, it could be Ndor, it could be even someone as small as someone as small as Adams or Niang. They've shown that they've got some ups. You have to be making sure that you almost sometimes, with a team that loves to run like this, Dan, you almost have to have your back to the ball and just follow your man, follow him, harass him. Don't give him any kind of running start where he could go and do something like that to you.
And Niang makes the second. It's 8-2. Shimonza. Ibisi with a little space for the mid-range shot.
You could tell he was leaning back even though no one was around him, and that's, you've seen that now.
Dieng! He's fouled. And the fans were already up on their feet. They made so much noise, they didn't even hear the whistle. They thought the follow-up was good.
And that shows you, but this is how fast the Senegalese team is. You can't even really get an analysis in when these guys run the floor because they're just so quick. Just see the energy in this building. This is the energy just for a foul shot we're seeing right now. The whole building, it's just a giant party, and everyone in Dakar is invited.
Well, Dieng makes both from the line, and it's 10 points to 2. That 44-point defeat that could see them knocked out is a long way from here. Obisi. Oh, that's going to be stolen away, is it, by Mendy? Not quite.
Looking for the call there. But one thing I was just trying to say in the previous possession was Obisi, biggest guy on the floor for Mozambique. He had plenty of space, but still decided to try and fade away on the shot. That's the intimidation factor of this team. We've seen that from multiple teams going up against Senegal.
Shimonzo's shot doesn't go, and Obisi tried to tip it in, but couldn't. Mendy fakes the three, gets his man up in the air, drives in, gives it to Dieng, and he flushes it.
There it is. Get running, get running. This isn't the time to slow it down. Take a chance. Mozambique is playing Senegal's game right now.
Knock loose, Senegal ball.
Yep. And that's it right there. You just can't allow the Senegalese to get ready as there's going to be a timeout here. But honestly, if I'm the coaching staff for Mozambique, I have to say, just run. You have to run. You can't allow these guys to get settled in the paint, because if you do that, we know we're not a good three-point shooting team. It's not going to happen that way. You have to be fearless.
Well, it's a blistering start, a cracking atmosphere. Senegal lead 12-2 here, and a timeout is called. Well, for the first time since about 15, 20 minutes before the start of the game, there's just a lull in the noise during the timeout. And we can suddenly hear each other. And the players make their way back on court, so the drums fire up again. And the crowd join in. And clapping and whistling, and vuvuzelas out there as well. And here come the heroes of the hour, with Niang bringing it forward.
Once again, here we go. Senegal starting to try and slow down a bit, but
oh, big block there from Shearer on Dieng. There's one for his mixtape. It's out of bounds, and it's a turnover.
And once again, fortunately, but look at the bench here. If you see this block here,
boom,
excellent block. But you're almost seeing almost no reaction from the bench on the Mozambique side. They just seem like they're already deflated in a sense.
Well, he's going to clip that up, and that'll be all over his social media later.
Yep. Well, he earned it.
Mendy driving down the lane. Mendy under pressure. Another block.
Here we go. Get running, finish it.
Novella out on his own, and well, that's the first one that's actually gone through the hoop for Mozambique, because their first 2 points was a goaltend.
Mozambique down 8, but once again, stubborn defense. They play just like Senegal with those blocks.
Hey, long range shot is good. He's come out hot here in the early stages.
Faye, so comfortable. He's not going to face a guy on this Mozambique squad that's going to be taller than him, so he's going to get a clear look at the rim all night, and he knows it.
Shimonzo almost has his pocket picked. He recovers well, though, drives in. And bobble of the ball by Canavetta. Oh, Jang with the pin! In fact, it was Ndoye with the pin.
You see the sportsmanship, though, of Novella. It's one thing to help up, though, but you got to be willing to knock him down again.
Here's another look, coming from behind, just pinned it to the backboard.
They're just so big, and they're so athletic. They can get up so high that it's not a foul. It's never a foul.
Jan cutting to the basket, it just slipped out of his hand.
I said, stay physical. Stay physical. Great job there.
Ubitsi to the fall away is a little bit short. Good offensive rebound and a little bobble, but it's good.
There we go.
For Shearer.
Mozambique doing what they have to do, and that's that athleticism that Egypt just didn't have in the paint yesterday. Guys weren't able to kind of get up high enough to create that separation and get that shot off. But as we've been talking on end, Mozambique, this is a team that they're going to have to earn every single bucket. But if they outwork the Senegalese, if they force the Senegalese to really show their athleticism, maybe even get them frustrated and get a few fouls, you just can't be intimidated.
Slobbed into Bodge. Hannah pulls up for three. Bodge going after the rebound, but he didn't quite position himself right. Shearer has it.
Here we go. They can find an open shot, but someone's got to move. Guys are walking right now through the plays.
That's a tough pass across the paint over so many long defenders.
Absolutely. You just see. And then, of course, when you add in the fact that you got a guy like Hannah who's just so quick, and the fact that he knows he's got such a large front court behind him, he knows he can take chances.
Bissy dumps it out, Novella, and that's going to be a shot clock violation.
That's another factor here. When you see these Senegalese games here in Dakar, there's so many people in the arena, the humidity factor goes up by about 10–15%. And sometimes you'll see that ball just get a little bit slippy.
Hannah. Down. Oh, good hand, stolen away by Novella. Novella running, attacking, trying to get his own rebound. He's helped out in the end by Canavette.
There we go. Move the ball.
They found their feet a little bit, Mozambique, haven't they?
They have. They're finding the ball. They're moving with purpose at this point. And now here comes Ronaldo Janetto coming out. And he had a couple of really impressive shots made in the last game here for Mozambique against South Africa.
No good on the three-point shot. It's Canavette. Hannah with the spin. Hannah with a little stop and go. Bodge around to Hannah. They all want to make the extra pass. Mendy is on the end of it.
Well done. You know what? If you're Mozambique, you have to just forget about that one. They did everything they possibly could. Even got a hand up on the shot. Senegal just way too polished on that one.
Janetta moves it on to Novella. Novella looking along the baseline, trying to use the basket, does so well.
Oh, there you go. We're talking about that fearlessness. Little brother just said, all right, I'll still take you on.
Tapped out of bounds.
Canavette. I don't know if we can get another look at that replay. Maybe next time.
Jang loads of space, fakes the three, drives down the lane and flushes it.
Yeah, if you get off your feet and Jang catches you, forget about it. Let him have it. No point in fouling. You're just going to end up on a poster.
Janetto on the switch, takes his chances, Kicks it out to Canavete, too long on that. Mendy with the rebound.
Canavete, he's got to make that shot. That's about as open as he's going to be in a game against Senegal.
Bodge has his pocket picked. Canavete throws the behind the back pass. And then, well, I think he was worried about shot blockers, but Shenete wasn't, and he knocks it down.
Well, here we go. Mozambique showing some life right now. And it almost seems like they're kind of embracing the moment here. Big crowd, they're getting excited.
Deng's little step back doesn't go.
And if you're Deng, you should never be taking a step back against this lineup. Go straight up, follow through, even get fouled if you have to.
Rento throws a little behind there, Obisi, but he was able to hang on. Obisi dancing his way in. And a kickball will result in Senegal possession.
How about that for Obisi? Attacking the rim. So there's going to be a substitution. Ndiaye.
It's a big cheer for Dieng as he sits down. Hannah. Here's Ndiaye. First touch, he lets it go and tipped out of bounds. It'll be a Mozambique ball.
Here we go. You can see Senegal a little flat from a field goal percentage right now.
Good pass. Oh, but blocked from behind by Mendy, but it's a foul. Shearer will go to the line.
Excellent job there. Now Mozambique, you're starting to see them settle down a little bit and go, oh, how about that? They're not superhumans.
Kaifaj it was who found his teammate underneath. And, well, 20 seconds to go. This could make it a 6-point game. Maybe 5. Maybe 7 even.
Yep. Once again, this goes back to the, you know, just realizing, you know, we're in a situation like this that's, the crowd is raucous. They want to see a good game. Mozambique's starting to maybe enjoy the moment a little bit even.
I think the crowd want to see big dunks and big blocks, to be honest with you.
Oh, I'm sure
and
they
if
do.
It's a 40-point blowout with lots of them, they'll be more than happy. Hannah running the clock down. Pick and roll leaves him open for 3 off the back of the ring. Mendy on the buzzer, no good. Well, it started as you would expect for Senegal, but fair play to Mozambique. It took them a while to get the ball through the hoop, but once they did, they found a bit of confidence.
Yes, they did. A couple of really important turnovers at the top of the key. Also, just a very impressive display so far from Mozambique, but can they keep it close?
Well, they've kept it close so far. It's 19-12. Well, basketball going on all around the world right now. Here's the numbers on the first quarter, and you can see Senegal much more efficient. We would expect that. But, you know, 12 points on the board, only giving up 19. I don't think Mozambique can be too disappointed with their effort.
No, of course not. When you also see that it's all in the single digits, the shot attempts by Senegal, which means that they're forcing turnovers as we're looking at the replays here. And that was the first shot of the day going in. And then an air ball there. And it just looked like from there it was going to get ugly, especially with this fast break dunk.
Well, for the first few minutes as these haymakers were being thrown, it looked like they were going to get knocked out pretty quickly, Mozambique. But they weathered it, and they've got back onto an even keel. But can they stay there, and how long can they stay there for?
Yeah, that really is a question. There's a great block you see right there. Mozambique still showing the fight, and then drawing the foul by finding the open man. Great spin move there. But also even something you're noticing as the players are about to bring themselves back out to the court. Thunderous throw down there by Dieng. their top scorer, Faye, is not on the floor. He was the one that was really knocking down all the shots from the perimeter that was opening up space for the big guys to come in and throw it down. He's still on the bench right now, so we'll see if somebody else can step up and make some of these perimeter shots that opens up Mozambique.
Gento will get things started here in the second quarter. Novella, oh, he's ran into trouble there. He was a bit fortunate. He ran into a massive double team on the baseline.
You really want to avoid the baseline here if you're Mozambique, not unless you're in the fourth or fifth pass of your play.
His shot is short. Hannah throws it forward, and Bussy read it well.
Great job.
Back out to Gento. Bussy comes to offer the screen. He takes it. Just a little stop and go, and he's thrown out. And Ndai has a word for him.
He does. Janetto, you have to respect the guts to go in there, but he should have known at that point. Maybe a little spin move, give yourself back out, pass it off would be the wiser decision.
Bussy gets it off quickly. They're fighting for the rebound, and Mendy comes up with it.
Yeah, and Ndai was just staring him down. That's all it took for Abissi to fall back and kind of miss there.
Tiam for three, string music, it's a 10-point lead.
Tiam, another one of those guys, so big, so strong, so athletic, but such a smooth stroke too.
Gento taking it in again, he's blocked again. But Novella was in there to come up with the loose ball.
Janetto, good job there though. He saw a little bit of daylight, but this Senegalese team, they're just so good at just waiting.
Ndai at the other end, he converts.
Go 24-14 now. Janetto running the point.
Oh, another block. This time it's Tiam getting in on the action.
What more can we say about the athleticism of this team? Goes up. It does look like he got a little bit of the hand there though, but he did get all ball first. The hand as he followed through.
Kaifash putting it on the floor and taking it in. And you can see he had to throw it up a little bit higher than ordinary, having seen all these shots being blocked. Tiam lets it fly from distance. Novella with the rebound.
This is the part where you start wondering, maybe Senegal even starting to show a little bit of fatigue by throwing up a shot like that.
Let's see. Rims out. Adams. A little stop and go. Ball batted loose.
Oh, wow.
Renzo comes up with it. Off and running. And he just couldn't slow his pace enough to right himself.
He's got to give up the ball on that one. You got to reward the big man for the steal.
Now knocks it loose. There's a man down and they're running, and alley-oop again! And Ndai this time flushes it home from Adams.
What a finish. And you could just see it developing as there was no other red shirts to help out Janetto.
Oh, good three for Kaifash to answer.
Look at that, Mozambique. They will not go quietly into the night just yet.
Mendy with the triple.
Or maybe they will.
Gento, Obisi, going the long way around. Oh, another block from Ndai. Stares him down as well. Gento off the back of the ring. And Ndai gets the rebound.
That's one thing we're seeing. Just domination here physically in the paint.
Foul is called.
Almost had it there. Just one thing though we are seeing right now from Mozambique. You see this? Look at that. Just poetry in motion.
Well, it is some atmosphere in here, I can tell you that. It's been good for the last 2 days. It's been better even still today.
It has.
I guess they know this is the last chance now. Teams going off to Tunis after today, so make sure you enjoy it.
It is.
And this Sunday evening here in Dakar.
This very well might be the most talented team that the Senegalese people here in Dakar have ever gotten to see at AfroBasket 2017. This is a team that really could win it all.
Shimonzo, shot clock down to 3. Does he see it? I don't think he does. It's going to run out of time. He got it off, did he? Well, here's the question. The referee's called a foul, but it says 0 on the shot clock. But he's confident he got it, the foul in first. And Shimonzo, we're not going to be able to tell, are we? Because clock not in vision from that angle. But Shimonzo, doesn't really matter. Foul's called, Shimonzo at the line.
Does make the most of it, though. Shimonzo. He's going to be in tough here.
Well, Adams claims that got deflected. And well, those claims are unanswered because it's an end-line ball to Mozambique. Mendy gambled a little bit, but he recovered well enough to put the shot off. Oh, Adams did really well to keep that alive. In the corner for 3, it's too long. Go back up. Oh, he kicked it out. Hannah driving it in.
That's a foul there.
Mendy just makes it the second time after the whistle had gone.
Once again, that's one thing we're seeing by this point, though. Egypt have been completely taken out of this game. This time around, though, Mozambique, their athleticism is really saving them right now. The shots are just a little bit tougher to get off for Senegal.
Hannah drives in. Adams, the 3 from rims it.
There we go. Get running, get running.
And he's stopped from running by Hannah. Good foul.
Yeah, very, you can see, though, and that's what their game is going to have to be. As soon as they see an opportunity, and you see the crowd gets big now.
Big evasion as Hamidi Ndai sits down, having been blocking shots for fun.
Ain't that the truth? I like that shot. Let's see. Makarang gave a little ball fake, tried to judge how much distance he had between him and his defender and let it go. He's just got to have the confidence to knock it down, though.
Mendy. Lobbed up high, but Dieng has a great catch and a great pass. Couldn't quite get the score, Yusufa Ndoye, but he will go to the line for 2 because there's a foul in there.
Yep, you see the hand coming down there on the knee. Did get a bit of the ball, though, on Ndoye, as Ndoye went up. And that's probably the difference between an and 1 play and him going to the line for 2. So, once again, we're seeing, it just almost kind of seems like Mozambique's nerves have settled a little bit here. The game's still, though, very much in control for Senegal.
Yeah, it is. They lead by 12. It's almost finished in fact, it just has finished. It's score's just gone flashed up on the screen in front of us in Tunisia, where Tunisia have won their final game 64-59 in Group C. They'd already booked their spot anyway. Pretty sure Guinea had a chance and that's gone, but I'll double check that at halftime. Look at the pressure from Adams, and Shamonza's got it back. Shot clock. No, it's stolen away. Mendy's off and running. He's lost the ball. He bounces it back. Oh, it's all a bit scrappy. They still have it, and it's a bit too high for it. Well, it needed to go out of bounds just to settle everybody down. They were all up on their feet.
My goodness. Some excellent, excellent defense there. Constant pressure by number 5, Louis Adams.
Adams with the head feint. Adams drives through. It's batted away. The ball's bobbling about. Canavetti was out in front. They were trying to get it to him, but there was a foul called first.
Chimonzo there with the ball. He saw Canavetti out of the corner of his eye and tried to let it go, but take a look here as the fast break began, and there it is. You can see clear as day as Adams was reaching for it. Here we go. Someone's got to come up and set a screen for him. Can't take that long. There we go.
Canavetti drives in, and it was just a little bit too low for Martins to pull in.
Busy though, as tough of a pass as that was for him to throw, you know, we understand, yeah, you got a big strong body on you as you're driving to the basket. You still, it's just imperative. Once again, we said at the beginning, they're gonna have to play perfect to win this game, or to even make it competitive, let alone win.
Yeah, drives in, dumps it back. Foul is called, basket will count. And going to the line for the bonus is Youssoufa Ndoye.
At this time, if you're Mozambique, and I kind of alluded this a little bit earlier when it came to that alley-oop, as you look in there, sometimes you have to, this is the type of team that lives for those pick and roll moves. So when you see that pick made, someone has to make sure they keep an eye on the man who sets the pick, because odds are he's going to be coming in looking for an alley-oop, not just a bucket, an alley-oop.
Well, quick drive to the basket, and all sorts of pressure is Martins, but he can't convert. Oh! Massive dunk from Ndoye, and the stare down at Martins.
Martins caught late. Once again, you've got to watch the guy coming in off the roll, or you're going to end up on a poster.
Thrown away by the ball's on the floor, and it's going to be a foul on Canavetti.
There's a timeout now for Mozambique.
Here's a look at this one. To be fair, I'll never say anything to somebody who's trying to block a shot, trying to block a dunk.
No.
To me, that's plain D. Go try and block a dunk. Don't worry about being on no poster. Go try and block a dunk. He ends up on a poster, but go try and block a dunk.
Oh, absolutely. And to that point, though, you have to make sure that when they're running the floor like that, you have to prevent the fact that he's even getting the ball in the first place. And when you're going up against a team like Senegal, I don't care what you say. At the end of the day, you've got to do whatever it takes in that situation, even if it means that you're going to get a little extra foul here and there. It doesn't matter. You've got to make sure that these guys are uncomfortable with playing their game. That is how you beat a team like Senegal. Other teams have done it in the past, where if you match their physicality, even if you're not at the same size as these guys, with the same athleticism, if you match their physicality and get into those passing lanes and prevent them from being able to run the floor, you're going to give yourself a chance to win against even the most daunting of odds.
5 assists from Hannity, so as the game leaders for Senegal. And that's one thing they do very well. They do move the ball. They're always looking for the next pass.
And that's another thing, too, that you have to give credit to for Mozambique. They're recognizing now, they're starting to realize on these fast breaks that Senegal isn't going to take chances on you when you make the pass. They want to go, and they're moving like a pack of wolves. They want to just get blocked shots every single day, and they want big highlights, much to the delight of their fans. Now, that's how you can use it to your advantage. Move the ball up the floor, just be a little bit quicker, a little bit more aggressive in your steps. If you do see them commit to the block, well, it's like any other basketball game. You find your other man that's open, cutting in for another layup, or kick it out to a man that's open for the shot.
I did like that, I'm pretty sure. Coach Liz had said to the ref, I can't hear anything. I can't hear. When you're blowing the whistle, I can't hear anything.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, Makarengi backs out. Martin's going in! Oh, he went up high, but he got blocked. And Ndoye, it was there. It was a kick ball. You got to like the effort.
I think guys were getting fed up with being dunked on.
Yeah, he thought I'll have some of it back.
Yep. Absolutely. Once again, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, you got blocked, but heck, you're giving yourself an opportunity to maybe even get a foul called. No fear for Mozambique right now.
Bissy to the hook off the glass. Nice. Oh, he deserved a bucket for that.
He really did. Yeah, I think it's about time now to start working on that hook shot.
Yang. Head fake. Head fake. Gets him off the ground. Head fake again.
That is not the same Deng we saw yesterday. He would have just taken it right to the rim off those head fakes.
Shot clock, got to shoot. I don't think he got it off. It went in, I don't think he got it off.
That looks about right.
Yeah.
Faye's unconscious right now. He's been making just about every shot that he's been taking. Doesn't matter where he is on the floor. He's just absolutely embracing this. But as you see, Faye's kind of instructing the Deng going, listen, if you got him, take him.
Me, you, and the ref were the only 3 people in the building who thought that looked about right, by the way. That 24-second violation. There's quite a few singing and dancing who didn't agree. Oh, they've got numbers here. Yang's going on his own. Yang jams it in. He got fouled as well.
Oh,
no. He'll go to the line for a bonus.
You can't do that. If you're Chimanzo, you've got to make the decision right away. Look at this. He's like, I don't know, a little half. And the referees, the referee just seemed like he's more just punishing him for not making up his mind.
For a dump play.
Yep.
Here's the thing. Foul him or don't let him dunk it. Don't do both.
Exactly.
And he's hearing it from the coach. He's got pulled out of the game just so the coach could shout at him. And he's gone and punched the chairs on the bench as well there, Chimonzo.
He's had a frustrating day, though.
He punched it again.
I think he's more mad at himself, though, to be honest.
Plus, like, it's hard work out there, particularly for the point guard.
Yep.
Man. Dieng for 3, a little short. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Yusufa Ndoye.
Yep, that's one of the advantages you have of, you know, Dieng. When he's taking those shots out there, he's very comfortable taking them because this team is just so big and athletic that even though him being the biggest guy on the floor, he can take that shot. Other guys will be right there to clean it up for him.
Going to fake the shot. Thought about driving. Saw Dieng in front of him and decided against it. Bissy, he's going to work again. This time it once again doesn't drop for him.
Bissy, give him credit though. He's creating separation when he's going up. And he's making sure he's staying away from Dieng. And there's a turnover.
Nice.
He got to run. He's got to pass it a little bit quicker. Oh, okay.
Well, Makarengi settles for 3.
Mozambique down by 20, but not the same athletic dominance we saw against Egypt from Senegal.
Definitely not.
I think we were both kind of expecting this a little bit, though.
Just running the clock down here, last few seconds.
There you go.
And they've got 3.2 from the sideline.
And I definitely don't want to sound too biased in the analysis here, but at the end of the day, you know, Mozambique, they have to really, every time you see them making that effort, you just have to admire it because they're still down by 20, but they're not giving up.
Oh, Mendy scores! I'm not sure if Ndoye was shooting or passing, but either way, he'll get an assist for that, will he? No, he won't. They'll wave it off.
Ooh.
I thought that looked very close.
I was going to say, look, hold on, look at this. Yeah, that's
He's got that off.
That's it.
Well, that looked good to me.
No, they're going to count it. They got it. They're taking a conversation. No.
No, they've waved it off after the buzzer. It doesn't really matter. They're already up 20 Senegal, but it looked for a second like they might have got an extra basket. We're at the half here in AfroBasket in this final game of Group D here in Dakar, and it's a 20-point lead for Senegal, 38-18 over Mozambique.
Yep, this was exactly what we were expecting. Look at that, 10 of 15 from the field, and really, but when the majority of your shots are dunks, you're going to have a high percentage, and the turnover's pretty even.
Doubled them up in rebounds as well, Senegal, 22 to 11. But you know what? I mean, you kind of touched on it a moment ago. You got to give Mozambique some credit, because when this shot goes in, and that shot was the next play, and then you're suddenly seeing stuff like this, and alley-oops flying, and no doubt they looked at the film from yesterday against Egypt, and they were going, oh no, it's going to happen to us. but they recovered, and they're 20 points down. But they recovered, and they've had a better fist of it than Egypt did through 20 minutes.
Oh, absolutely. And really, just one other thing that you want to bring up is we brought it up during the first break at the end of the first quarter. They're forcing turnovers, and they're taking advantage of any kind of mistake that Senegal is making. The only difference, though, is this has been the problem with Mozambique, and the big reason why. And there's a thunderous throwdown from Dieng. And then another big block. But once again, you're seeing the fearlessness of them going and attacking. But Mozambique has had this consistent struggle with finishing on their fast breaks. And it's been relatively the same here. Now, if we've said it time and again, if they play perfect, they're going to give themselves a chance. But they're not playing perfect. They're not finishing at the rim. They're not hitting shots when they're open. And also, really, their half-court game, when they do set it up, they're going incredibly slow at this time. They're not really going and setting any real serious picks and screens. But for what it's worth, when they get out on the open floor, they're at least trying to make things happen.
No, they certainly are. It's been a good 20 minutes so far here in the Maracendé Stadium. And Senegal have a comfortable lead. We'll just take a little break, Ryan, and I'll be back with you in about 11 minutes' time. Well, we're coming towards the conclusion of the group stages in FIBA AfroBasket 2017. We've had some tickets punched already. Group A, Nigeria will go through with either Mali or Democratic Republic of Congo. Congo giving themselves a chance by beating Nigeria, but Mali, if they beat Cote d'Ivoire in the final game of the day, will pick them to the post. Tunisia were joined by Cameroon today in Group C. We've seen Morocco yesterday confirm their spot from here. Senegal are halfway to confirming both their spot and Egypt's spot from this group now, with victory here, as long as they carry on winning, which they are doing so by 12, and then 20, sorry. And then the final spot for grabs in Dakar will come down to a straight shootout between Angola and the Central African Republic, and basically it's winner goes through on that. So I mean, you've got something riding on all of the last 3 games in action in the group stages. This one here, the next one here in Dakar, and the final one over in Tunis. And then we'll find out who the last 8 are going to be, and those games start in Tunis on Thursday. You'll be able to watch them with us here, and Senegal are almost certainly going to be there, Ryan. You can't see a massive collapse from here of a magnitude if they'd have to lose this half by 64 points.
I was going to say, it's going to take, what, a 64-point swing for for Senegal to go home somehow as this quarter just starts to get underway. A quick fun fact for you, though, just going over the stats at halftime very quickly, I saw that Mozambique has actually out-rebounded Senegal 6-3 in the offensive category, so maybe they can continue. If there's a stat or a silver lining they want to take from this game when it's all said and done, maybe they can say that, hey, we're giving ourselves more second chances than Senegal has, and considering the size difference here, that's something they should actually really hang their hat on.
Well, there is that thing, if you shoot 20% from the floor, there's a whole bunch more rebounds to go get. But yeah, let's take the positive spin that you put on it as Dieng goes inside.
You have to at some point.
You got to, yeah, you've got to.
I was saying, you know, before, I mean, this Mozambique team, you know, we may sound like we're giving them too much credit, but if anyone has seen how Senegal has been playing in these group stages, I don't think we really are, because this Senegalese team, they can turn it on at any given moment, and when they do, I really think there's only about 2 or 3 teams in this entire tournament that might be able to maybe not even stop them, but just contain them.
Well, I mean, it will be a fascinating quarterfinals, and of course, because we don't know who's finishing where in each of the groups, we don't know the full quarterfinal lineup. But the champions Nigeria could finish second in their group, of course. That's a definite possibility. Senegal, in all likelihood, are going to top their group, but we'll hopefully sort all that out later on as the drive through is tipped all the way around by Obisi.
Obisi, there might have been a chance there if you just left it alone, it would have went in, but you don't want to take any chances with the Senegalese team that can literally just reach up and take it off the rim.
To Dieng, one-hand pass, cross-court to Ndoye, doesn't quite go, and there's a good rebound, and you just wonder how they lost Mbodj there. He looked like the defensive player given his position, didn't he?
He did a little bit, but I think that's just a testament to the strength of this Senegalese front court and back court at this point. Gets himself to the line, earns a trip there for his troubles. That is number 12, Cheikh Mbodj. You just see right here, as Obisi, he tips it there, but of course there was always someone kind of lurking right behind him, ready to just take it off. There's the first one. Mbodj makes the most of it. Mbodj, excuse me.
He doesn't get the bounce in the second, and Obisi was all alone, so it didn't matter that he didn't quite time the rebound, he still got it. Shimonzo, who left the court frustrated in the first half, is back on here in the second. Yang It's like a quarterback throws that one down court. Niang will reset.
Be interesting to see, though, Senegal. What kind of Senegalese team are we going to see in the second half? We've seen one that's been a little lulled against South Africa, but we've also seen one that absolutely put their foot on the throat of Egypt yesterday. And I'll be honest, I'm assuming, and I'm going to predict here, we're going to see a little bit of both there, because two reasons. One, Mozambique has, as I've said before, much more athleticism than Egypt. They're going to be able to run with Senegal most of the time here. But at the same time, Senegal is definitely going to want to say that they're definitely going to want to make the right plays going into this, establish their dominance going into the second stages.
Well, Adams tried to cut through the gap around the screen where it wasn't really there and ended up kicking the ball. Good hands. Adams almost stole it away. Chimonza loses him though, takes it in, tosses it up high. And Canavete with the pump fake, try and clear out the shot blockers, and in the end he draws a foul. And
there's the lull we've been talking about from the Senegalese defense. As we saw Chimonzo there attacking the basket, we saw, what, 3-4 backs turn to him as he was going up. Now they reacted in time to affect his shot, but as a result, because they were caught off guard there, they had assumed that, Niang had made the steal, but if you're caught sleeping there, you're giving the opposition a chance to get a bucket, and they at least get a point from it.
Bodge moves it across. Adams underneath has to rearrange his jump shot. Bodge goes after it, gets a touch on it, which allows Mendy to keep it alive. Sorry, it was Ndoye keeping it alive. Good hands to knock that one loose, but somehow body's flying. Senegal come up with it. Alley-oop, oh, is a little too high. Shot off on the shot clock buzzer. Good recognition from Adams.
Good decision. Get it up. And it's looking like the referees want to stop the time there, because for good reason. Oh, look at that. Yeah, everyone on the floor almost had it. Great form, though, to catch it off balance. One knee, almost a little Disco Dirk style there.
2 minutes and 32 seconds have gone here in the second half. It's 43 points to 19 in favor of Senegal, as they look to confirm themselves in Egypt as first and second in this group. Bodge with the rebound.
I don't think Novella was expecting to shake him as much.
Oh, look at the speed of Niang coast to coast.
Niang's shown it in the warm-ups that he can actually throw it down with two hands. You have to be careful with him. So explosive.
He's limbering up against Chimonza at the defensive end. Here's Shearer down to Ubisi. Knocked away, but he still keeps possession. Shot clock down to 2. He's got to go up. He doesn't see it. Novella just didn't have any idea.
That's a recurring theme we've seen here in the group stages, Dan. Just so many turnovers off of the shot clocks. And, you know, it's just one of those things. All you have to do is look up. You just have to look up for a split second, see where you are. Fortunately, this isn't street ball rules. Oh, there's a fall.
Slip from Novella. Niang didn't make him pay. Bodge.
Everyone's got to be a little wary there up there now.
Dieng, top of the key, hits 3.
Knocks it down. There's Dieng. That's a shot he loves to take.
Chimonza. Novella attacks the paint. Good offensive rebound from Ubisi, and he is fouled to go to the line, looking to get his team over the 20-point mark.
Now you can see another one of those silver lining stats continues for Mozambique, getting another second chance opportunity. They get to go to the line for it. All credit to Abissi here, though. He knew he was going to be in tough here. He was going to be walking amongst the trees, if you will, in this game. Didn't exactly bring an axe with him, but maybe a hatchet?
Maybe penknife. Here comes Niang. 27-point lead for Senegal. Niang. Chimonzo. Chimonzo, a little stop and go to the finger. On nice explosion of speed.
Great job there, recognizing defense kind of off balance. Once again, you're seeing the Senegalese front court catching themselves in a bit of a lull there, relying more on their athleticism than their positioning.
Here's Niang from behind the arc. His three doesn't go, and they kind of got in each other's way there.
See some of the fans having a laugh at that one. Too athletic for their own good.
Too athletic for their own good. Mboj and Malay and Doi.
Look at this explosion again. I'm sure Dieng was very surprising. No, he got a piece of it. A great take nonetheless.
Three-point shot is good. Well, they've suddenly got up to 26, got it back under. No, they haven't. They've got it down to 22. Couldn't do the maths quick enough there. About to say under 20, but it's the other way around.
See Chimonzo, who was incredibly frustrated in the first half, responding for his coach here.
Oh, there's a three in the corner. There's a chance to maybe even force Senegal in. Oh, Niang's gone all the way on his own, lays it in.
Niang getting up there, and the Senegalese bench is loving it.
The crowd behind that basket loving it even more.
Absolutely. A couple of very impressive takes here in the third quarter by Niang.
This is top of the key. This is left. Good effort to tip it back from Canavete.
That's a tough shot, though.
Jang on the trail. Kicks it out. And Ndoi can't convert.
Something we're seeing here right now, though, if you're Mozambique, understand, you know, third quarter, kind of setting into your offense, but one thing you don't want to have is players standing around. And we're seeing a lot of that right now in their offensive sets.
Canavete doesn't draw anything but iron. Mboj in the low post, Yang in the high post. Just a little too high, even for somebody as tall and with the leaping abilities of Malay and Doi.
See Dieng, who's instructing teammate to cut left, and instead he just kind of stood there and stared at him. Gave Mozambique defense just enough time to kind of crowd him a little bit. And I don't care how big or strong you are, when you have 4 or 5 other human beings on top of you like that, you're going to have to get rid of the ball.
Sure. Trying to get it to Gento. Gento penetrates in. Oh, I thought, yeah, he did. He did block it. It was hard to tell from our angle. They went after him again. The first one, it looked like he blocked it, and then the way the angle from ours, it was hard to tell where the ball was going.
Yeah, exactly. But full credit goes to Abissi, who gets it back and decides to go right up again, and the referees reward him with a trip to the line. And that's something that we definitely didn't see from any of the other teams that Senegal's faced so far. None of those teams had a player as athletic and as driven as Abissi has been so far in this game. And of course, I mean, you know, it's a tall task to ask them to claw all the way back at this deficit. Senegal's just done an amazing job defending their paint, as they have this entire tournament. Full credit goes to them for that. But Abissi is still giving himself chances at the line.
Yeah, look at the height difference between him and Novella in front of him. Oh, but Novella wins the battle. Does he? No, but not the wall. Whoa! Coach goes down.
Well done. Good effort by the coach. He's getting an applause.
I think he's getting some tick now. He's getting an applause. Look at that.
He's going to help his.
Going to help his player. Whoa! He got him up though. Got to shoot here. They're running out of time.
Effort all around from the Mozambique team. You've got to love them for that. The Senegalese showing their showing their pleasure for that one.
Well, the other thing is we're set up here, shirt sleeve order.
Yeah.
And coach is down there on the sideline. He's got full suit and tie. You know, it's warmer. It's probably warmer down there than it is up here.
Oh, without question. There's no fans blowing over there. I mean, there's a few, but not. They've got a lot more ground to cover.
He's probably losing a few pounds each game.
I think they all are.
Yang. Let's hope we are as well. Yang fires up. Oh, nearly! Just about kept in, and here's Gento all on his own.
Good job
They're a
there.
bit slow to react, the Senegalese.
Hey, don't look now, but the Mozambique squad, they've gone on an 8-2 run to start this second half.
Mendy for three, short, batted up in the air. It comes right back to him. Mendy tosses it up, and he draws the contact.
It's a good foul, though. Catches him in the lane. If you're going to be out of position, get it straight up as much as you can, obstruct the shot. Look at this. Oh, so close. But there you go, Mozambique right back on the fast break. And that's where they've been the most productive here. They still find themselves down by 18, but a very positive third quarter for them. They've outscored the Senegalese. It looks, if my calculations are correct, about 8-2 at this point.
I don't think they are correct. It's 12-14 is
oh, never mind.
what it says on the, on the box stat.
I'm forgetting that it was 38, not 48 at half. It's very hot in here.
It is hot in here. It affects,
And
frazzles the brain.
It frazzles the brain, especially when you're on your third straight game.
Good rebound for Mozambique to grab there. He looked at his feet, realized it was only going to be worth two, so probably not worth the effort. Gento tosses it in, and that's just a little shove in the back from Mendy.
Replay there. Yep. Caught him in midair, can't do that.
Banks open late on a Sunday night here. Mendy. Hannah tosses it in. It's well read, but they still have it, Senegal.
6 seconds on the shot clock here. He's got to get it off.
Mendy just sizing him up off the back of the ring, and they'll get a new 14.
3 seconds still between that and the shot.
Elm tries his luck from long range. It's batted out again, but this time Gento gets to it. Oh, a step back for three to try and end the quarter. Doesn't go from Martins, but decent effort that from Mozambique. They went into the quarter with 18 points. They scored 17 in that period. They actually won that period 17 points to 12 to lead here, to trail, sorry, here at the end of third quarter by only 15. I'll get them all out. It's 50-37 to 35 to Senegal. got my teeth back in now. It's 50 points to 35. Mozambique have cut the gap to only 15. And whatever happens here in the last 10 minutes of this ball game, you have to say, of the 3 teams that have played Senegal, this is probably the best effort we've seen.
Oh, absolutely. And once again, though, we talked about this at the beginning of the game. This is big brother versus little brother, 2 very similar styles of play. Mozambique, they thrive off of athleticism and fast pace. Unfortunately, they're just giving up a whole bunch of height and weight to Senegal. And as a result, of course, in the beginning, Senegal, when they had the fresh legs, they were just dominating and bullying their way across the court. But it seems as time has gone on, they've kind of hit a bit of a lull. I mean, nothing too serious. They still managed to score 12 points, as you can see. There's a full team effort going on here with Mozambique. But Mozambique, going into the third quarter here, or excuse me, going into the fourth, I mean, they're a quick run to start it off.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. What happens if they score the first 5 points?
Yeah, it's a 10-point game, and Senegal, you know, once again, their percentage inside the 2-point line has been massive because, I mean, most of them have been dunks, but they haven't been making a lot of shots near the end there. They only scored 2 points in the final 4 minutes.
It would just be interesting if they went score, stop, score. What would happen to the psyche of Senegal, who've looked totally dominant, never looked like losing, but suddenly if their lead was turnover.
There we
I'll
go.
Just throw that thought out of my head.
Well, unfortunately, when Janado puts off a pass like that, you have no choice but to.
Well, yeah.
Which is a shame because he's actually been playing very well.
Mendy dancing through. Gets it back again. It's down with a lot of space. Drives in all the way to the basket. Getting fouled a long way there as well by Hugo Martins. And there will be 2 free throws.
Now, interesting fact here. Just seeing TM now go to the line after that foul. As Makarenge was closing him out, you saw that he actually broke down a little bit. You might think that maybe a little bit of a mental factor here is seeing so many players now starting to slip on the floor. Maybe he's feeling, you know, if I were to just come to a complete stop, I might end up just falling to the ground. Basically, what that resulted in, though, was a free lane to the bucket.
Ronto backs out. Canaverte aggressively driving towards the basket, draws the foul.
Well, here's a conversation going on between Canaverte and, or Canavetti, excuse me, and Mendy.
Batted away, but straight back to the inbounder, and this time he does lose it again.
Well, 10 seconds on the shot clock now here for Mozambique. Most likely you'll see them probably go for a 3-pointer.
Junto fakes at it, throws it inside, and a nice from Shearer for 2.
Fantastic finish there, creates the separation. We saw him earlier, he had a little bit of trouble finishing that shot, but it seems like he's found the right distance.
Mendy thinks about it, takes it at the second attempt and knocks it down.
Mendy bumping him, and he's still talking to him the whole way down.
Antoine Mendy playing in France with Orléans. There he is. He's got a lot to say to him now after that block. And meanwhile, there's Diam out on the break.
And the lead's back up to 20.
Mendy's still talking to him. Well, I'm not sure what that was.
There's Mendy trying to put in maybe a little bit of an intimidation factor here going into the fourth and just shutting this down, going, look, there's going to be no Cinderella story here. You guys are done.
And he wanted it in the corner again. He's just, oh.
That one slipped out. That looked clear as day.
Zenzo. Martin says it ripped away. 3-on-1 here. Oh, pump fake, draws them all, and they're going to call that unsportsmanlike. Came down a bit too hard.
It just seemed everybody was trying to go for the big block, ends up paying for it.
I think that's a little harsh.
Yeah. At the end of the day, what are you to really do against a guy that size under the basket? And it did clearly look like he was going for the ball.
You got to give some credit as well to Mohamed Haye for the good head fake. Got his man up in the air, and you know, as in his coaching role today, he said he just twisted his ankle in the second quarter yesterday, and he's walking on it fine. 5 days till the next game, he'll be good for the trip to Tunis, and there's nothing for these fans to worry about.
Yeah, I don't think there's been much for these fans to worry about, period, in this group stage in Dakar here. But it will be interesting to see how they're going to respond when the entire building isn't screaming their names.
Yeah, there is that.
I mean, it's going to be real quiet for their games in Tunisia, unless there's a few fans at least, which I can imagine will be there.
Oh, nice play. Ubisi on the trail, goes up to the top floor, takes the contact and lays it in.
Well, there's a reason Ubisi is listed as a center, even though standing only at 200 centimeters, 6'7". He's comfortable down there. He's used to that kind of contact, and most importantly, he's used to dealing with guys bigger than him in there. I mean, keep in mind, he's still about the same size as a Draymond Green or a few other smaller bigs that even play at the highest levels. So it's not unusual to see guys his stature able to finish in the paint like that.
Hannah gets the pass away. Yeah, I've got a long time to think about that one, and you don't want to do that.
Not at all, and you can just see it. These fans, they get excited.
It's a foul called. One or two Mozambique players questioning whether there was a goaltend. It doesn't matter because the referee called the foul on the floor. So even if it was a goaltend, it wasn't a goaltend, if that makes sense. And oh, again, it's very, very close to the apex.
It was, but of course
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, the whistle was blown.
Novella to the spin, and he just totally lost his footing, and bodies are flying. Meanwhile, Hannah's out and running and lays it in for two, and they do well just to stop the game for a second. I think the referee has stopped the game, but they didn't realize, they haven't worked it out. One ref has stopped the game at one end, but it's so loud that his colleague at the other end couldn't hear his whistle because there were so many bodies in the paint on the floor. He'd called the floor wipers on after the score, and it's just, you know, you just can't hear it.
No, it's true, but you know what though, it's a necessity. You have to, you know, you're thinking about the safety of these players. Every single one of these players plays at some sort of professional level at some point or another, and they still all have seasons to go back to. You just don't want to see an unfortunate injury over something that can be so easily prevented.
Novella takes the wide open three. Oh, flying through the air is Martins. Ubisi with the rebound, and there's a foul, I think, on the floor.
And Dai playing it up for the crowd. You can just see he's just strutting right now.
Yeah.
Every time under that rim. Good attempt there, though. Canavetti, he got up there at 6'4", 193 centimeters. He got pretty high up for a guy his size.
That's a good hops, that. 64-40 the score, 6:06 left in this ball game. Timeout has been called by Mozambique. Oh, you can see the effort put in there. Just the sweat on the back. That suit's going to need a dry cleaning at the end of the night.
No doubt about it. Just look at these fans. They've been non-stop the whole way through. I've been to a few NCAA college basketball games in my life, and you see similar rockets about it, but I mean, there's just something completely different about this. This is pandemonium at every play, at every break. These fans, they love their team. This is one of the true treasures and memories that you can keep if you're any fan of basketball, period. African basketball, it's alive and well here in Senegal.
Well, we've still got one more game to come, and that will involve the Central African Republic, and their fans have been tremendous here in Dakar as well. Quick release shot from Kaifaj doesn't go. It's Thiam in the corner for three off the back of the ring, and it comes out to Novella.
Once again, that's a shot that Thiam is very comfortable with taking, usually knocking it down, no problem. It's, once again, the leads were in no real danger, but as a coach, you kind of want to just see them, you know, still firing on all cylinders.
Nice outlet, Mendy!
That's it, short memory if you're Mozambique, you have to. You can't let them soak it up right now.
Obitsi going to work.
Good effort, but looks like got the better part actually of Ndoye there. There he goes.
Mendy putting it on the floor again, tosses it up. Oh, it just came off the stanchion a little bit. And a chance for Kaifaj to run it back the other way. He gives it off to Martin. Oh my goodness, return to sender.
Gives him the thumbs down, and Ndoye does.
And the three at the other end, right off the back of the block. The crowd is going wild.
That's it right there. That's Senegalese basketball at its finest. Look at this. When you think you have any other team that is a layup, any other team that's just a simple 1-2 go, but not when you're facing Senegal.
And they're, as you say, Senegalese basketball, they like to follow up one big play with another.
Oh my goodness.
So when you get the block at that end, you know the three's going up, and more often than not, it goes in.
And Dan, the most frustrating thing you've got to see if you're one of these other opposing teams is it's not the guards or the small guys that are coming back and hitting those threes. It's the same guy that just absolutely volleyball spiked your shot a couple plays earlier. He's coming back down the other end, and he's the one knocking the three and playing it up to the crowd. Just imagine how that can psychologically affect a player when you're going up against a team like this in this kind of atmosphere.
Well, Obitsi got caught between two minds there and ended up throwing it out of bounds.
That is literally the definition of bully ball.
Oh, tap loose, but it comes up to Adams. Adams gets it back. Here he is again in the corner for another one. No, but an offensive rebound and jammed in on the shot clock buzzer by Ndoye.
Ndoye having some fun now in the fourth quarter, and the rout is on. Senegal, 31-point lead.
Novella is foul. Well, here's another look at it. Flushes it home.
This is easily some of the most entertaining basketball. You know, you think Harlem Globetrotters, you think the N1 Mixtape Tour, but never in an organized game, in an actual official game, do you think you would see a team as entertaining as Senegal has been in these group stages.
No, the free throw doesn't go. The lead is 31. You remember when we were saying, what happens if they hit the first 5 points and cut it to a 10-point lead? Well, they've managed to hit 5 points in this quarter. The only problem for them is Senegal have poured in 21.
And that'll, as we're getting the workers on the floor right now. There's Mendy. He's had plenty to say to his opponents during this game.
And he's backed it all up as well.
He has, absolutely, and that's just, and now he's going to get some love from the crowd, and he's showing his appreciation to them. Let's just take a quick look at some of his highlights here. Just fast break dunk after fast break dunk. Rejections, getting in the face of his opponents.
Corner threes as well.
It's just when you have a guy that can do all of those different things, I mean, on any team, let alone a team where there's 2 or 3 of them, Dan, that can do it. It's just, it blows your mind when you're watching it. It's like there's no way there could be this many guys on one team that can be this good at so many different things.
Tipped down, and that will be Senegal possession. Bodge will inbound.
At this point, if you're Mozambique, I think we're going to have to go with the old adage you were saying before, get to 50.
Well, it's fair to say the 44-point defeat that would have knocked Senegal out does not look very likely. The 22-point win that would have seen Mozambique through has not looked very likely. And the most predictable outcome, a big Senegal win, which sees them and Egypt through, has looked very likely from the layup lines to now.
From start to finish, Senegal show and prove, but you have to be careful if you're Mozambique. This is what happened to Egypt last time. They were caught sleeping near the end, and they ended up giving up about 15 points in the final 2 minutes. That's how quickly this Senegalese team can fill up the basket. To be honest, the score was looking pretty similar to what it is right now. Of course, Egypt had a few less. But if you're not careful, I mean, Senegal, they've been averaging over 80 points. They still have 2.5 minutes to score 9, and that is not a difficult task for them at all.
No, I think they're getting to 80. Fine's looking for 3 of them. No, he's not. He's going into Mbodge instead. He might do this time. No. Adams, space, knocks it down. They're getting to 80.
Yeah, they're making you look like a genius right now, Dan.
It's not hard. Oh, 3 at the other end to reply.
That's only the 3rd made 3 in this entire game from Mozambique.
Makorenge knocks it down. 2 minutes, folks. 2 minutes to play here in this group. It's a group that's going to be won by Senegal, and it's going to be run-it up, if that's a word, by Egypt. And Mozambique are going to finish 3rd, South Africa 4th here in Group D. And we're down to 2 last tickets to be punched here in AfroBasket. 1 here, 1 in Tunisia. Tom throws it back. Oh. And Bodge.
Bodge gets it done. Mozambique, they want a timeout with the ball because they're saying the ball's too slippery, but the ref is saying just play on.
And now he's, you know what? I don't think the referee said play on. I just don't think he could hear him to know what he was saying.
That's a good point. I mean, these fans have been that incredible. from start to finish. We've even seen it multiple times here where the whistle gets blown and nobody even realizes.
Shimonza. Makarengi. Well, I think that was after the shot clock, but it was too loud to hear. Diam gives the fans what they want to see.
Senegal, what a show.
And in all of that, as we watch the replay, the timeout has been called. There's 57 seconds to go. Mozambique have called their second timeout of the ball game. Not sure there's a 34-point play that can be drawn up here.
Well, once again, Mozambique, they kept it, they had it mildly interesting for a moment there, but then Senegal doing what they do best in the final minutes, making teams pay when they're not paying attention. The morale at its lowest. This is not a team that you can ever afford to let up against, or else you're going to get ran off the court.
Well, the flashlights have come on the far side, waving them about. And here's another look back at some of the action from Diam. And it's a lot of dunks, basically.
Yeah, a dunk contest, more or less, in the middle of a game. At some point, you see the Senegalese team start to stop being about winning the game, as there's a very good shot there in the corner by Novella, but it really just kind of seemed like it stopped being about winning the game and started being about, well, my dunk is better than yours.
Yeah.
Or, oh yeah, you think that's good? Well, watch this.
And foul in there is called on Makarengi, I believe it is.
Yep, the phones are out now.
Yeah.
The lights, they know. They're witnessing history here.
I think there's another timeout being called as well.
Yeah, it seems like it.
And Mozambique have called it. You got three, might as well use them all.
What an
Well, actually, they're applauding in that timeout. I don't know, maybe coaches called that to say, you know what, we came here, we played hard, and we did our country proud, and we should applaud ourselves and congratulate ourselves. And actually, there was a big hug in there for Canavete, I think it was.
See even the coaching staffs giving an applause to the Senegalese coaching staff, and likewise, Senegalese coaching staff returning the favor. 35 seconds remaining here. Like I said before, this is the most talented Senegalese team I think the city of Dakar has ever seen personally. And what a show this team has put on for them.
And time ticking down, you got to shoot because it's a shot clock situation. And the rebound pulls it in, and the shot clock now switched off from Mozambique, saying no, we're okay. Let's just cross the halfway line, and the crowd rise to their feet, and that will do it basically. They've already come on court to shake hands as time runs down on this one, and a phenomenal display and a phenomenal few days for Senegalese basketball. They've absolutely dominated this group. They've absolutely bossed everybody about. They've taken no mercy. They've won this one by 80 points to 49, having won 83 to 44 and 87 to 52 in their other 2 games. This has been an impressive few days for Senegal.
With my own 2 eyes, I've never seen a more dominant performance in a group tournament by one team. These fans, their loyalty, their noise, their energy has been dutifully repaid by this amazingly athletic Senegalese squad as they head to Tunisia now.
Well, I mean, the numbers are all weighted on the left, aren't they? Look at that, 65% from the floor, 45 rebounds to 25, 22 assists to 10. Just a masterclass, really, by Senegal over the last few days. It's one of those things where every time they get into the 80s and the top scorer always has 14 or 15, maybe 16 points, because they can all do it on any given day.
Yep. And I don't think there's been a single game where one person has led the scores. I think there's always been someone different. And on top of that, the lead score has been shared. It's usually sitting at about 14 or 15 points. We get a look there now at this team. They look ready to go for Tunisia. But that will be the interesting question now. Now that all the hype has died down, now that it's time to go on to Tunisia, you're not going to have an entire arena chanting and screaming for you. They're not going to be playing the music for you this entire time. You're going to have to go out there and show and prove as a specific basketball team. But look at this, the Mozambique team actually applauding the fans here in Dakar, and a true show of sportsmanship there, Dan.
Well, they've certainly enjoyed the atmosphere, if not all of the things that we're seeing here had gone their way. But really, you guaranteed a good highlights package when Senegal take to the floor. And, well, speaking of taking to the floor, but as we watch back these replays, the Senegalese players are actually doing a lap of honor, going around slapping fives with all corners of the stadium to say their thanks and their support for their support over the last few days. And it has been raucous, it has been fantastic, but they've delivered on the court. They've done what they are supposed to do. There's been no nerves or pressure or anything. They've been expected to come up here and dominate. And maybe there were a few minutes in the South Africa game where they weren't quite full pelt, but we're really nitpicking there because they've been fantastic through the course of the 120 minutes that they've been out here.
Absolutely. I don't think I've ever seen a home court defended so viciously in a tournament, in a regular season, in a single game, in anything really, than I've ever seen right here. And that's either live or on the television. And I tell you, if you're watching this from your computer or from your television, I mean, it doesn't do it justice for the atmosphere in this place. It's just a complete madhouse from start to finish. And these players absolutely embraced every single second of it.
And that's a good word. They have embraced it all, and they have enjoyed it all, and they will continue to enjoy it all. And they will go to Tunisia, and they will try and enjoy themselves even further, and they will try and come back for one hell of a party, because they want to come back with gold medals around their necks after the finals next weekend. They've really got a very, very good shot at it. From what we've seen here in Dakar over the 3 days, they have looked the class act of these two groups. Now, admittedly, there are 4 other teams who are going to go through from Tunisia who will have something to say about it. But in my view, it's going to take a very good team playing a very good performance to beat this Senegal team in this competition. They are through, they are undefeated. They've won 80 points to 49, and Egypt have also qualified from this group. We'll say goodbye and see you again soon.
this.